Hi, my name is Kedar Ahmed, and you're watching rptv. Focus Media Arts Center, previously the Regent Park Youth Media Arts Center, has been in Regent Park area for over 30 years. During that time, Focus has been chronicling the unfolding story of Regent Park. Alongside of that coverage, Focus Media Arts Center is also a training center providing media education across a wide range of fields, from workshops in photography, video production, radio broadcasting, and civic journalism. Focus has consistently been a launching pad for many young people who have an interest in pursuing a career in media. Today, we invite you to meet some of the most recent Focus Media Arts Center past participants who have gone on to build careers for themselves in media. For many of these young people who came to Focus as co-op students or college placements, the time spent at Focus proved to be foundational in respect to shaping their future career paths. Not only have they enhanced their media skills, but they have, through their artful contributions, expanded the local journalistic scope of Focus Media Arts Center's presence as a trusted media hub for communities like Regent Park, Moss Park, Corktown, Cabbagetown, and St. Jamestown as well. Now let's meet our alumni and hear their stories.
So my name is Kajani. I was a co-op placement student 5 years ago at the Media Arts Focus Center. My position was a media production assistant. I also did a little bit of reporting.
Hi, my name is Miguel. I was a co-op student here at Focus Media Center from 2022 to 2023.
Hi, my name is Leah Glasgow. I was at Focus Media Center from September 2022 to January 2023.
Hi there, my name is Ryan Field and I am a past George Brown College community service worker student who had the awesome opportunity of doing my first year placement here at RPF.
Hi, I'm Margaret. I did co-op here from October 2021 to somewhere January or February 2022.
Hi, my name is Anika and I'm a Focus Media Production alumni from 2022, and I was with Focus for 2 months during the summer.
My name is Jessica and I was a co-op student at Focus from November to December in 2021.
Hi, I'm Minerva Navasca. I was at Regent Park Focus during the summers of 2019 and 2020, and I worked as a production assistant. I really wasn't sure what to expect when I first joined Regent Park Focus. I was freshly graduated from high school. I was like 17. I've never worked like a proper job before, and I joined during the summer, and I think it was like the best summer job that I've had so far.
My initial experience at Focus was very educational in terms of expectations. I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing here. My teacher suggested this place. She told me a little bit about what was done here, and I found it interesting, so I decided to pick this place as my co-op placement. And once I got here, the experiences I had and the knowledge I gained really exceeded my expectations. I learned so many different things and I had a fun time doing it.
My initial experience with Focus Media Center was honestly really fun and a good time. I learned a lot, particularly more with video editing. I also gained a lot of confidence when I was interviewing people, And also like my writing skills for when I was writing articles like increased a lot.
Going in, initially my expectations were set by my friend that had already been a co-op student here. She said we would be doing a lot of civic journalism projects. I would mainly be editing the videos or filming the videos. And when I got here, I did learn a lot about civic journalism because I think in grade 11, 12, I wasn't very involved in the community per se, but I did do a lot of work with video production in school. So I learned a lot of words like gentrification and the housing crisis. Like these were all new topics to me. And I also learned and got the chance to test out my skills in video production, reporting, and even graphic design and animation, which was really cool.
My initial experience or viewing of Regent Park Focus TV was, I was really impressed. There seemed to be a lot going on here, a lot of great people with know-how, but also a lot of great equipment. And I was really taken aback at how well-versed people were with putting creative work digitally and online. I was really quite interested with the editing process behind the videos and projects that get done here, but also the archival process, which I talked a lot about in my program because it's a big part of what goes on here. And third, I would say writing. Writing was really good to get into how to navigate a journalistic style and also get information about the revitalization that's been going on right here in Regent Park.
Overall, I expected just to do primarily video editing, but the more I did it, I spoke in camera, news reporting, edited videos.
So my initial expectation for Focus was kind of a very rushed sort of, I guess not really an atmosphere, a very rushed atmosphere. That's what I thought would be, like deadline after deadline, just, paper after paper, sort of super, on it type of journalism. But really it was just a very relaxed experience in the sense that myself and I think my colleagues and whatnot, we were all kind of eased in very slowly and at a pace that made sense for us as students and as kind of freshmen to the entire journalism scene. So that was my initial expectation, and I definitely think that in that sense it definitely exceeded what I thought would be, because I definitely thought I was going to be met with a lot more stress than I was. Instead I was, I found something that I actually ended up liking more than I thought I would, so there's that.
My initial experience with Focus was a good experience. From what I had seen on the outside, I watched some of the videos that they had up on YouTube and saw their interviews and a bunch of the stuff that I'd been doing. And I didn't know what to expect yet, but when I started doing co-op, I found myself in a routine and working in a team in a professional setting with people. And I learned to do a lot of things that I didn't think I was going to learn, like setting up cameras and setting up for interviews. And it inspired me to go into media arts.
I think the most influential piece of knowledge or skill that I learned at Focus is the ability to tie what's going on within my environment and in my reality to the stories and the narratives that I want to tell.
My initial thoughts of the media were that they always show larger, more bigger issues. But after working with Focus Media, I learned that there are also lesser issues that deserve more attention too. And there's a lot of stories more in communities than anywhere else.
In terms of how Focus Media shaped the way that I view and understand the media was pretty drastic. I find that when it comes to the media surrounding places like Regent Park and the surrounding areas, it tends to be pretty negative, and that was just so far from what I had experienced growing up here my entire life. And I like that Focus Media kind of accentuated and put into light the positive sides of Regent Park, the community and the different programs and outreach that there is around the community. And so it definitely shaped my perception of the media in a more positive light, and for that I'm eternally grateful.
Well, working at RPF and the huge media side of what goes on here really taught me about the importance of deadlines and accuracy and information gathering. It also taught me about how to communicate with fellow peers and work together, mainly. Those are skills that I've certainly taken with me into the future, because doing community work obviously involves working with people.
Initially, when I was in grade 10, I was thinking about going down a music career as like a teacher. I've always thought I wanted to be a teacher, but then I also had this passion for video production that I never kind of got the chance to experiment with. And then in school, taking communication technology was like the start of that spark for me. When I did my co-op placement here, I realized that I could actually make a career out of this, and I could pursue video production full time. I think that possibility was very exciting, and the opportunity at Focus Media Arts Center is what got me to kind of take this career path to the next level.
For me, there wasn't one significant project or moment that had a lasting impact on my career decisions. It was the entire Focus experience as a whole that really shaped my decisions. Being here at Focus made me realize I don't have to just be a cameraman, I don't just have to be a video editor. I can do all those things and more. And as a graphic design student, having multiple skills are really valuable, and my experience here has helped me a lot.
I think Regent Park Focus definitely helped me prepare for the rest of my career in terms of preparing me as a professional, being able to develop my technical abilities through editing, cinematography, and also being able to work as a radio show host, being able to kind of like investigate topics in an almost journalistic approach. That definitely has helped me develop my projects as a filmmaker moving forward.
A particular project that made me want to work in media, in a career in media, was the weekly filming of the rptv news. I felt like I'd learn a lot, and I was in a routine where every week we would set up cameras and film, and I would work with sound and maybe sometimes read news segments. And it made me want to work with cameras and work with people in a professional setting, because I just liked the routine of it, and I liked working with media and editing, even in the post-production aspect of editing the videos we filmed.
Something that really stands out to me in my memory of working at RPF was the opportunity to create a podcast. I listened to podcasts in my own time, but I'd never been given the opportunity to create one. And it was really great to come in each day and be able to use the great equipment at RPF, but also to be able to use the resources and know-how of other people who work here and who had worked previously on a podcast. It's really, really important, obviously, to have pre-planning or writing, to have accuracy and fact-checking of the information that we're saying, because people are actually listening to this podcast that live and work within the community, and the importance of timing and working through deadlines and completion was really, really crucial. I personally enjoyed watching in on the editing process, and I come from a music background and have a fair amount of recorded music. We were able to use one of my self-recorded songs as the intro for the podcast, and it was really, really interesting to see it all come together. I also had co-hosts and guests, and their knowledge and information added more to the podcast. So I really learned that creating things are often fueled and often better when you have other people adding in their creative energy to it.
So in terms of one of my favorite projects in Focus, I had two major ones, and I think the biggest one was probably the photography one that we did. We were asked as like a team to do a photography series pretty much about anything, and so I kind of took creative license and decided I wanted to showcase the youth and the culture in Regent Park, because we are such a diverse community, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've always felt so at home here, because you walk down the street and you see someone who looks like you, and it's just like, that's just the thing when you're in Regent Park, and that's what I love about it. It's like probably one of the most diverse areas here in Toronto. So I wanted to showcase that, but also showcase that with diversity also comes different interests and career paths and whatnot. And so I kind of did a bit of like a public call out on my Instagram, looking for models who would be interested in, who are from Regent Park and who'd be interested in sharing their story as well as their culture. And so with that, we put together a photo shoot that took place just all around Regent Park, even in front of here at Daniel Spectrum, where we just, had these, youth pose in their cultural clothing and also doing the things that they love. So we had someone, posing at a basketball field, someone who was, posing in some sort of a dance move, or drawing something in a sketchbook, or gaming. So we had those little setups to showcase not only that, where they're from and their ethnicities, but also their culture and also their interests.
Doing the RPTV News intro, I think that was something that I hadn't done before or was experimenting with. And I always go back to the newsletter. Sometimes it comes in my email and I check it out, and there'll be like an RPTV News new one, like a new video that's out, and it will still have my intro in it, and it's been like 5 years. So I think that was one of my proudest things that I've done here in my time.
One project that had a big lasting impact on me was the protesting at Queen's Park, because it was like the first time ever going to a protest, but it was seeing all those people being there and protesting and fighting for what they believed in and what was right, really shook me and showed me that when you come together, you can make a change. It is possible.
There was one point where we were making this film within 24 hours for the POV film 24-hour challenge, and it was our entire cohort, I think, and a few other volunteers, and we were just running around the city, grabbing footage as we went, and then making up a story in 2 hours, and then spending the rest of our nights just editing it. I don't think we knew what sound mixing was at that point. I don't think we did any sound work, but we were just hyped up on caffeine and adrenaline, and we were staying overnight, pushing and pushing and pushing for this project to work. And I think that was a really, really fun time. I remember it very fondly. And that film ended up becoming one of my entryways into the larger film industry in Toronto.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow our social media platforms. And for more information, please visit our website.